everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Something big is happening with Mythic Talent, and Kirsche is involved. Today we're talking about Kirsche, who is an American VTuber. She is often referred to as Curve, Fox Lady, Coconut. She engages in various topics, some political nature, and she is basically a commentator at this point, and she has become very successful at doing that. What we're going to be talking about is what is going on. Through her Twitter, she has put this out, Mythic Talent, just to let you guys know who Mythic Talent is. It's the agency that has a ton of VTubers down here. As you can see, a lot of them. They have a lot on their roster. And recently they had the whole thing with Grimmy and the split with Asmongold that has happened also recently. And we have Kirsche here, who says, generally no idea what is going on with Mythic at this point, but I guess we are also separating. If you remember, I had mentioned before, whether on streams or last time I was talking about Grimmy, that her page was gone for, at the very least, the last week or two. It was no longer there. It didn't appear. People had told me before that, yes, this happens a lot with Kirsche. For whatever, it happens a lot with Mythic, that, creator spaces will disappear, creator things will disappear, and didn't think nothing of it. I thought there was something going on. I thought that maybe she was going to be leaving at some point or had already left. Looks like at the very least, as of the 17th, she has separated from Mythic Talent. Disappointed at the lack of communication and clarity after having nothing but good things to say about my manager. Old Biz email is back and active. Mama Oko, who is a friend of the channel, says, I know you mentioned to me at one point that you had contact in there, and that helped. Was it another creator, one that might be in heat right now? I have a theory they are getting rid of everyone as certain creators recommend. That would be an interesting theory. If that is true, that's a game theory. No, I'm not going to say that, but that is an interesting theory. Schwab is like, what? Cultural Dragon says, sounds like there's more fallout than just Asmon stuff, because Asmon left, like I mentioned. But because of that other claim about the whole sponsorship and money with the one VTuber that brought up either way, it seems like it's become a vshojo 2.0. Then again, you got nothing to lose since you got your own thing. Dear Labor Gay, then you have Lumi said, you can hear the detractors cheering and marketing myth now as a woke. People are so weird. It is treat it as a case-by-case basis. That's what I say. This does not bode well for Mythic because these are big creators. But the thing is, they also have other big creators in the IRL space that are still in there, in the VTuber space, that are still in there and still giving them the money, enough money to continue to survive. Ben Whedon says, am I the only one slightly confused about the existence of a streamer talent agencies? I get having an assistant to help manage sponsorships and appearances. Maybe, but it seems like overkill just to sign up with an agency. It is helpful to have someone chase after companies or even have companies come to them with sponsor offers for you. Figuring out sponsors, at least for me, since I'm very picky who to do sponsors with, is very time consuming. Managers would get a percentage of a cut if they brought you a sponsor and you accepted, and that's an incentive to them. Also, as Cleo herself has said, when speaking to companies or even speaking to people you're trying to get stuff with, it is a big difference in how they react to a lonely VTuber, a lowly VTuber, or someone with a company. She tried things with her own email, and then she tried things with the Phase Connect email, and she saw a marked difference in how people reacted. In the quickness, she was ghosted by one using her own email, and she was not ghosted by that same person. She was actually treated very well when she used a Phase Connect email, or she had Phase Connect contact them. It says, so someone had planned to bring you a business proposition in the next few days. They should use the Kirsche Cakes email address, and just making sure, yes, do not send anything to the old Mythic email. KirscheCakes@gmail is my personal business email. Let's take a look at the creator page. Again, Kirsche disappeared from the creator page. Here, let me just load as more creators getting to where she is. And so far, you're seeing all these creators that are still there. And Kirsche, which should be around here, is not. Doesn't exist. And we're going to the quotes now. It says, please pray for Kirsche, guys. She's working super hard on her content and doesn't deserve the awful treatment from Mythic at all. The fact that they did not contact her, they did not continue any kind of contact, even though she was trying to get, communications, things like that going, is bad. It looks very bad. We don't know the whole story. We probably never will know the whole story because there probably are NDAs. And also, Kirsche seems like she really does just want to move on from this and do her own thing. As you know, she keeps streaming. She keeps doing her thing. So Ember Paradox says, I'm sorry this happened to Kirsche. But this is honestly the canary in the coal mine moment. At this point, anyone left is still being represented by Mythic might want to get out now and save their reputations for future sponsorships. Mythic Talent just broadcasted to the world that they can be bullied by the SJR zombies and robots with minimal pressure. Don't doubt for a second that they won't take this out on any content creator that catches even a little backlash just for speaking their mind or having different opinion of the mob. Mythic's time is over. Now this is going through something that is possible. Companies do this a lot. In order to try to gain or curry favor with a certain group, they will, and it's not just Mythic, other companies do this, they will try to distance themselves from other people, from other creators who are maybe less loved, less beloved by that group that they're trying to ingratiate themselves with. In this case, what Ember is saying is that it's very possible that this is happening to creators like, Asmongold, who is a little bit more controversial. Kirsche is controversial. She wasn't getting any contact with by Mythic, no communication, no nothing. She is controversial for many people on that are a little bit more on the progressive side, etc. She is very controversial. For me, I let people just do as they please as long as they are not breaking any laws. Yes, I may not like their message or whatever messages they're having at a particular time, but I respect them enough to not go and try to cancel them, to not go and try to do anything, whether I respect their ideas or not, whether I respect their positions or not, or whether I believe in their positions or not. I will fight to the death for the right to say it. I am a free speech absolutist in many cases. And Kirsche, whether she was saying wrong think or wrong speak or whatever on your side, if you think that way, I will still defend her right to say it and her right to not be treated differently by a company that is benefiting from her financially. That is the thing here. This company is benefiting from her financially, and it seems that she was getting a different side, a different method of treatment, treated a different way by said company, at least allegedly. Down here, that greatly upsets me. Mocha Rui, the domino effect. Since Asmongold expected poster Mythic, that would reply is locked again. Mama Oko, more and more afraid of my rat. I guess another story to talk about on Wednesday is Mythic related. It's clear now that Mythic is infected by woke activists. This person Akatsuki LVMY. They're burning their own business to the ground to ruin the lives of those who don't bend the knee to them for virtual signaling. Kirsche is a wonderful person. Doesn't deserve this. Go support our cute fox lady. And again, people in her comment section, in the quotes, heavily supporting her. And, Mythic has been silent about this, probably will be silent about this until they receive a lot of backlash, which is what they seem to be doing nowadays. Either way, I am glad that she is absolutely going to hit the ground running, that she is doing her own thing. Whether the people out there agree with her or not, she's in her own space, doing her own thing, not trying to bug anybody else, and just enjoying herself with her community. And I do hope that she continues to have lots of success. She was attacked for something she said. As we go to Nerissa Ravencroft, a female English VTuber with Hololive EN Advent, along with Shiori Novella, Koseki Biju, Fuwa Abascard, and Mokoko Abascard. What are we talking about? We're talking about here, thanks to Rima evenstar. We're saying, in an epic meltdown, the fan crashes out at Hololive VTuber Nerissa Ravencroft after she mentions a Holostar during a live stream. Nearly a year ago, during a membership stream, you came to us jailbirds to explain that you would never collab or name drop any Holostar male VTuber or male content creator in your stream. And now you randomly drop a Holostar name. Holostars are a blight to everything that falls under cover. Holy moly, this person is extremely parasocial. Not good. I often even wonder why cover keeps them around and really hating on Holostars for no reason. And that's beside the point. You made a promise that you wouldn't do such things, that you wouldn't change. He also lashed out at Nerissa for listening to outside voices asking, why do you keep listening to all those beggars that want to see you fall into obscurity and become trash like Nijisanji, what used to be vshojo or phase. This isn't the first time the fan known as Miron has crashed out over Nerissa. Last year, he melted down on her for not working hard enough and for failing to hype her own concert, despite the fact that she had been away from home for 6 months with limited access to a PC. Let's take a look here. What in the name of good Lord is this? Nearly a year ago during membership stream, the whole thing I mentioned before, you made us a promise. You said, basically saying, you know, you wouldn't drop a Holostar name. Said streams would not change. You said that you would never do such a thing in Prestige Jailbirds. You said that, though through your actions, you showed your intention and your lack of interest in collaborating with male VTubers and male content creators. You made us a promise. You said the exception was for music. No one minded a male professional vocalist as the producer. That's normal. You told us that professional male vocalists and music people are the only exception. You said that because you are a perfectionist. You had a specific dream and collab for a collab. Everybody understood that. Everybody was fine with that. Oyome Holic came out good. Bird Brain came out great. You told us that that was only an exception. Not a single soul minded that. However, Holostars are not professional vocalists. They are not professional anythings. So this person really hates Holostars for some reason. Deborah said in the stream that male VTubers do not apply. It's such an exception. Here's the thing, Mr. Dude, whatever your name is, Myron. Jailbirds don't get to dictate what she does. That is overly parasocial, and they don't dictate what the VTuber does. The VTuber dictates what the hell they do. Holostars are a blight to everything that falls on the cover corp. I often wonder why cover even keeps them around, and the continuing on with making the promise. And why did you break the promise? What if you had name drop one of them? Do you hate Jailbirds? What has happened to the past year? They want to harm your loyal fan base over and over again. Again, really weird. Why do you want to keep listening to all the beggars? I want to see you fall. In the whole mention of vshojo phase again. Why do you ignore Jailbirds that want you, the one and only devilish diva, to succeed and shine like the amazing Hololive talent you are? You have been Hololive fan for a long time, just like us. Did you forget what happened in 2022? Nerissa, despite my criticisms, I've never been disappointed in you. I've always believed in you, like many Jailbirds who keep our trust in you, even though it is hard sometimes when you are absent or feed into the obsession of Blood Raven shippers more than your own fanbase. I have always thought that you can do better than what you think you can, that you are more talented, basically, you know, trying to say that they've been someone that's been wanting to support them, etc. I reject mindlessly supporting you without being critical of all the stuff you do. That would be following someone like a blind sheep. Toxic positivity is far from healthy fan base. I've never lost any hope in that you can do the most wonderful things, but this, breaking the promise, feels like a hard smack to the face. We were there for you to cheer you up when you were down. We cheer for you when you were happy. We celebrate your accomplishments with you, but this is the first time I, and probably other Jailbirds too, have felt truly disappointed in you. And here you go, it continues. It's because while she was discussing the process for her latest cover, she was debating if she could get someone from the company to do background vocals and mention Octavio. However, she didn't even go with him for the background vocals. You have here the male vocals, Christian Banas. That is another person, another singer. And the reactions that people are having are correct. Of all the stars to get jealous of, you got jealous of Octavio. Also, she has said that she probably won't stream with one of the guys, but she would sing with them. She wants to do things that require male vocals. She said this after she already started collabing with the stars. It should not come off as a surprise. Legit thought maybe the male vocals were her brother at first. When it comes to musical and vocal talent, Octavio is the best in Stars Yen, and not because of that alone. He did lots of mixing, instrumentals, vocals, music video for some of his covers. He recently did a original song himself. Not to mention how much he joins other VTubers for the covers, works hardworking. It's like, I too would pick Octavio as a possible choice background vocals. His voice is insane. Let's take a look at any actual quotes that people have here. When it comes to here. It says here, more on the stream later, it says Jailbirds are getting way too out of hand. What's worse is there could be more like him investing within, and the rest of the Jailbirds will be none the wiser or even know about it until it's too late. This is exactly what I feared. We should bring back bullying. So people say bring back bullying. I don't think that. Blushy VT. People like them are what asylums are for. Lock that guy up, put him in a straitjacket, and throw away the key with zero access to technology. He should obviously, like, I don't think that everyone should go and talk to their community unless they start seeing this happen a lot more. One or two is like, you can ignore them. But if it starts becoming like a large amount, it starts becoming an issue. Saddest S I've ever read, man. Nerissa, even if you had been doing nothing and screwing around, that's entirely your right to do so. It's supposed to be fun for you. Yikes, hard work. Yes, it's hard work, but that's even more reason to do nothing of this kind is necessary. Whether you or she go offline today, you're going to have some fun. I'm very happy. I get nervous whenever talents are grinding 24/7 because nobody's immune to burnout. And it's rarely easy to see when it's coming, especially if you're beholden to someone else's agenda and not even something you particularly care to do. I respect the discipline, continues here, and hard work, but also deeply respect the healthy work-life balance as someone who is trying to learn that very skill. It says here, Nerissa Ravencroft, no offense, but I'm working really hard and regularly don't have any PC. YouTube or phone, on phone doesn't allow for a lot. This is August 23rd of, back then. Sorry, you're disappointed in me. Guess I'll just do my best. But to be honest, reading this doesn't motivate me at all. Especially when I've been doing so much behind the scenes. It's hard for me to not be able to share it with you and not be around either. Seeing stuff like this makes me think you think I'm doing nothing and screwing around. Thanks to those of you who have been understanding and wanting for me to be patient despite my lack of ability to entertain well right now. This was what during one of her breaks, one of the moments that she wasn't there. And the community goes insane, as it tends to do. Meltdowns like these are embarrassing, but this situation is a very good reminder. I don't care how isolated your Oshi is from the All Stars branch. She watches them, she tunes in every now and then and lurks. She might even be a big fan of a few of them. They're literally co-workers. And that's the thing that everyone is repeating here. Don't go and do this. Don't be this man. Reminds me of this. So if people asked me in DMs and I got mad again, rage quit KFP and VTuber fanbase because Takanashi Kari played LOL. Happy not trusted her to be the reasonable person. Yeah, people don't do this. Don't do this. Don't be this type of person. Don't do this. Be the type of person who supports the person behind the screen as much as you can in what they do. If they're doing something to physically hurt themselves or to cause themselves pain, of course don't support that, but support them in everything good that they do. Please do that. And I hope that Nerissa sees the support that she actually has and is not affected negatively by this, although knowing her, anytime someone reacts this way or acts this way, it does hurt her because she loves her community and she doesn't like seeing these types of things. She does her hard work, but she is a person who does get affected by these things. But I hope she's able to continue being strong and continue pushing forward in any way that she sees fit. This is one thing that I wanted to add after the fact. I did forget to put this in here. This Myron person, it's possibly the least type concert so far. Just say rate is silent, most likely the thing in the concert here. Man, I miss Nerissa-sama. I agree, I don't remember anything like that last year. The rate of silence for my Oshi killed the hype for me for the Blood Raven concert thing. Don't be so mean. She spent like half a year on this. This was on August 22nd. Not at home, recently got back. She just deserves some rest. Not meaning to point to the facts. Not she streamed a lot in the past 6 months to make a decent hype for the concert, unlike last year. She wasn't able to, and this person still is going after it here. I don't feel like to be rude, just speak bluntly, and I meant 2 weeks now. I mean, it's hard to feel hype when your Oshi isn't treated to upcoming concerts. And no one is saying she isn't working hard, but you're trying to justify a decision, making a lack of communication. Twitter doesn't host her music, nor her streams are 3Ds. It becomes an issue when stuff like Requiem for Love gets announced on Twitter, becomes a premiere without a stream, save for her covers, which gets announced on Twitter and randomly premiere without a stream. We aren't even getting schedules anymore, and even when we do, since the start of the year, she regularly forgot to upload them on YouTube. And down here is where she responds saying that sorry you're disappointed and that it does hurt for her to see these things. It does hurt for her to experience these things. It is a painful thing. Alma Maito is a wonderful VTuber. As you can see here, they have always tried to keep a positive note on everything. They've always tried to have, positive content and things like that. And recently, they have had a situation that happened. Some very bad news to share. I don't think I'm personally ready for it yet. This is on March 12th. Share them with my closest circle, and everyone has been there for me. Thankful for having such a great and supportive partner. My family has also been there for me. And what has happened is this. Okay, I can handle whatever insult you throw my way, but this is a low blow. You have no reason to bring my unborn child into this. I never wanted to reveal publicly that I was pregnant up until I would give birth. I'm a person behind this account, a real person who also has feelings. While I was trying my best to sound okay online, I was actively breaking down crying the day after I miscarried, because she did have a miscarriage, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate. It's a very painful thing. I have had family who has gone through that situation. It is a very painful situation because everyone is hopeful for the baby to be born and for the baby, to go through the regular process and be good. And she was going to be an amazing parent, but this ended up happening. Seeing how the test went negative broke my heart in a way that has never been broken before. Miscarriage is more common than people realize, yet it's often faced in silence. I'm sharing this because loss deserves compassion and understanding. It absolutely does. Absolutely does. It says, deserved? Even your own child didn't want to be born. You're a horrible person who should never have children. You had it coming. Hope your effing baby burns in hell where they deserve to be as well. This is vile. This is absolutely vile. This is, there are words that are not TOS friendly that I can say about this situation. And no one deserves this. No matter who they are, no matter how hated they may be, and I don't think she's hated. I don't think she's a hated person. She always seems to be a very warm and kind individual. No matter how much you hate this person, you can think about it in your head. but don't go out and say it, because you are basically adding to the stab wounds that she already has for the fact that she has, you know, gone through what she's gone through. Luckily, the vast majority, as in like 99% of people out there, 99.9% of people out there, were very supportive of her and the struggles and trials and tribulations she's going through. It says, unfortunate, a burner account, so I can't do much other than report and block. Hope that person finds light in their life someday and gets out of that loop of hatred in the world. Even though they were mistreated this way, they're still bringing positivity. This is why I wanted to talk about this. Still bringing positivity, no matter what. If you're reading this, hug your close ones and tell them you love them. I'm sure that person has gone through something to make them bitter about existence itself, and I hope they heal from it. There shouldn't be hate in this world. At least the world I'm choosing to create for myself is a world of positivity and love. Let me show you that we don't have to live in constant hatred. And that is the big thing. That is one of the things that I'm glad that she's pushing, and I'm glad that is going out there, that they are pushing love instead of hatred. And the quotes, of course, are all in support of her, wondering why the hell someone would say that. Name and shame. It's like, imagine being so miserable, you're beefing with an unborn child. You know, people are saying worse things than she did, in the sense of like being very angry. But yes, just send love to Alma Maito and send love her way. She's still struggling through this. She's still going through it. It's going to be a pain that she, you know, I can never understand. But send her as much love as you can. Octavio is a male English language VTuber with Holostars English, member of Armis, and debuted in November 2023 with GRT Rexford, Gold Bullet, and Crimson Ruse. Recently, they have done this. They wrote a song about feeling of loving someone you can never reach, about watching someone on a screen and wondering if what you feel is real, about the feeling of being a fan. Cold Blue, an Octavio original song, is out now. Let's listen to it a little bit. And I'm playing it here instead of playing it in like a bigger screen because, well, copyright's a bitch, and they get me even for 10 seconds. And it really does suck when that happens. But yes, they have gotten me before, even for 10 seconds of stuff. And I do apologize for that. But let's take a look. And let's take a listen.
The world feels right. Who can see I deserve you?
So that's an interesting one there. And here it went kind of viral with, you know, at least viral for what I consider viral. It's this full music video here is pre-save on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music now, releasing midnight on March 14th, so it's already out there. Rosie, Yearner King, Octavio Holostars EN just dropped the banger of the century. Went live when my mom and I were eating breakfast, so I got my mom to listen to the song with me. She loves the song, is impressed with Octavio's writing abilities. She was surprised when I told her it was a song for Bettle, and she understood why I liked it. So yeah, that is the lore there. Cold Blue, so peak, it made me true yearning. You're about to fight a yearner competition, but your opponent is Octavio. The whole thing's beautiful, lyrics, vocals, everything. Amazing work, Octavio. The fact that you did everything is so awesome. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. That's a 5 minutes. Maestro's second original song releases. It already released by now, like I mentioned before. Feeling of yearning. All these things, a lot of people absolutely are loving it. And a lot of people are pushing it out there so that more people can see it. More people can be, you know, shown it. And big congratulations to Octavio for being able to get something like this out and, you know, putting all the effort that they did into this. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is simple. I want it to be a positive experience, a positive place for VTubing, for VTubers, and a place where we can support each other and where we can build each other up. Something positive out of, you know, all the stuff that happens, all the stress and stuff that happens in the space. Now we're moving on to her. Nano, Malware Nano is the one we're talking about today. We're moving on to their intro in their Twitch. Says, hi, I'm Nanobyte, or Nano, the malware demon. I stream a lot of Warframe and occasionally some other things. I feel like it. I grab a drink and some snackies and get comfy. My schedule is a bit inconsistent due to work, and so join the server for pings. Business email is there. Taking a look at here, we'll take a look at something that she has done recently.
Hi, Sam. You're stinkier. Hey, wait, hold on. Did Darth fucking tell you that I haven't showered today yet? Listen, I'm ending stream early to go shower. This is a PSA. I swear to God, Darth, I'm gonna grab you by the fucking huevos.
Well, some people like them stinky, I think. So I think you're gonna be fine. I think you're gonna be fine. And here we have Nanobyte, where you can take a look at their VTuber introduction a little bit here as well.
Tuber are you?
Smaller VTuber.
Date of birth?
July 17th.
And that is, you know, the I think it was a big meta going on early on, like last year, so, and the year before that type of thing. So she over here on her YouTube side does do like things like AC80 in isolation, in a nutshell, clip compilations, things like that, as well as I believe she used to have some streams here on her YouTube side, but at the very least you're seeing videos and shorts that they're going to be having there. Thank you so much, Nanobyte, for allowing me to showcase you on my showcase here on my channel, and I do hope that this helps you in some way.
Go eat. Oh my god. We'll get anything.
From what I've heard, this is also a lore accurate size of Crony, if you know what I mean. The whole like figure. This is lore accurate figure for Crony. Yeah, I would probably be a good base in Acquire because what it would mean. Just letting you know, I was not always a torture device. My voice was not always a registered torture device with the U.S. government, a registered method of torture with the U.S. government. I, at one point in time, actually knew how to sing back in junior high / high school. I was an choir / chorus, and I was an alto. I was a low soprano, high alto. I could switch between soprano or alto depending on what I needed. I was always on the low register of that, but at some point in time, my voice morphed into what is now, like I said, a registered torture device in the US and I think 49 other countries. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.